any of you don't know that Google domain has been sold to Squarespace, what will happen that all your Google domains will transfer to Squarespace. I got a video about it, that what will happen when these domains will transfer to Squarespace. But today I received this email from Google which says important changes to your Google domain account. Squarespace announces purchase of domain registrations. So this email is like really important email. For me, it seems like Google want to make you understand what will happen. So you can see here in this email, they say Squarespace recently announced that it entered into an agreement to purchase all domains name registration. So because this was an announcement from Squarespace, not from Google. And they kept this language like very secretly. You can see here, Squarespace announced, not Google. So whatever it is, but now it is official from Google also. We already heard some news before from Google, but now this is like email which is going to all the customers. And later it says, as a valued customer, we want to make you aware of the following information. So first thing, they want to let us know what happens now. And then they say there's nothing you need to do at this time. Your domain will continue to operate and be managed by Google until it's time to move to Squarespace. That won't happen until after the transition close and migration process begin, which will likely to take place over next few months. So for now, you do not need to worry about anything. That's why Google want to say, but also they use this kind of language because it is a transition happening and they cannot be responsible what happened after. You want to understand like next lines why I'm saying this thing. So you can see here next line, it says what happens next. So all customers will move to Squarespace domains in the coming months. You will be notified once your domain has moved. Squarespace Domains is an independent domain registrar service provided by Squarespace. So they want to let you know they also have domain registration services. But here it becomes interesting. It says Squarespace has publicly committed to continue to utilize Google Cloud DNS infrastructure, meaning reliability and performance regarding DNS will remain unchanged during the migration. So here you can see a little bit tricky because they're not saying completely that Squarespace gonna use forever the Google DNS, because why we bought domain name from Google Domains, we have to understand, because it was Google infrastructure and these domain names were like really fast. We do not need to pay like for premium DNS to have the faster website resolution. And as they just want not to be responsible for this, because they say it's Squarespace which publicly committed to continue this thing. It's not an agreement they sign with Google that in the future they're also gonna use the Google infrastructure. If they want, they can change it. They can continue using their own infrastructure for all the Google domains which are transferred to them. So this is little bit kind of not a nice thing for me to see. However, Google tried to make this like really clear for us that Squarespace is in good faith with Google and they're gonna continue to use the reliability by using the Google DNS infrastructure. On the other hand, this is a little bit relaxing because both these companies looks like to provide us really nice information about what's happening and they want to make sure that we will get the best services. But I would never buy a domain from Squarespace unless I use Squarespace website. So for me, I always chosen Google domains. And if not Google domain, then I'll choose Cloudflare DNS, which is another amazing registrar. That is the cheapest registrar on internet. They charge like really low price for your .com or any other domain names. And then you say, this is the purchase is currently subjected to regulatory approval and other customary closing conditions. So they just want to say it is not finalized 100%. There might be something, this process will not happen. Honestly, I think this is gonna happen. They just want to, speak this legal language. And then here they send the link, learn more about Squarespace plan for domains here. And there's a link to Squarespace website. And like I said, they say Squarespace and Google are committed to seamless transition for a limited period of time post-close until your account is migrated to Squarespace. Your account will be managed by Squarespace utilizing Google infrastructure. And after migration period, Squarespace will be solely responsible for providing domain services to you. So they just want to inform you that until migration happens, your domain is going to be handled by Google DNS, and after that, it's totally up to Squarespace what they want to use. So if you guys own a Google domain name, I'm sure you received this email. If you haven't received this email, I will add a link to the company information in the description of this video. Go check out. And if you want to move your domain name to another really amazing domain registrar like Cloudflare DNS, I'll add a link to the video where I explain how you can do that. Or you can check that video on the screen. Or if you want to know how to add free SSL on your website, check out this other video on screen.